Snowboard cross rider Nick Baumgartner came to Pyeongchang for his third Olympic Games with two hardware-related goals in mind. First, obviously, he hoped to win a medal. He missed it by one spot when he finished fourth in his snowboard cross final. Those things happen. He had never finished so high in an Olympics before. What more can a guy ask for? To me, every time I look down at it, it's a constant reminder, do you want to go back? Nick Baumgartner Photo app. Secondly, and just as importantly, he wanted someone to polish up a ring or two, the rings he earned for making the 2010 and 2014 Olympic teams. So he brought them to South Korea and handed them over to vendors when he went through athlete processing. Baumgartner wears those rings to his construction sites in Michigan every day, smashing them into the ground with the concrete he pours, beating them up as a reminder to beat up his body, too. When I'm out there pouring concrete, trying to meet ends meet, they're like, why do you have that on your finger? Baumgartner said. To me, every time I look down at it, it's a constant reminder, do you want to go back? It's not, oh look how cool I am, it's do you want to do it again? Get to work, and, so inspired, off the 36-year-old father would go to the gym, shaking off his 13-hour workdays. But in the process, he tarnished some of his most prized possessions, those two Olympic rings. He likes the 2010 ring better, more rectangular, which he thought was pretty rad, so he brought them here to have them refurbished, allowing him to add this year's version to what will now be a 3-ring arsenal. While most realize Olympians receive mountains of apparel and other sport-related gear, U.S. athletes receive a less discussed prize, an Olympic ring, gifted them by U.S. Olympic Committee sponsor OC. Tanner, a global professional development firm. When athletes arrive at an Olympics, they go through processing, where they try on the gear and have it fitted. U.S. athletes also select a ring, much like one might a class ring near the end of high school or college. When they arrive, they are presented with a template, sized, and fitted. Then, they can explore various metals and stones. If they want, they can upgrade. Then they place their orders and head on the way. Women's snowboarder Megan Tierney, a first-time Olympian, heard about the rings through Baumgartner. She knew he had a few. She knew Lindsay Jacobellis had a handful, but didn't like to wear them. But when she arrived at processing, she totally forgot about them. I'm really excited to see how it comes out, Tierney said. I kind of forgot. Then someone was like, hey, you're getting an Olympic ring. It's crazy. Hey, pipe specialist Jake Pates, who his teammates declared a jewelry expert, was the advisor to his snowboard teammates who went through processing with him. Shaun White set his own example, posting a picture of his literal handful to his Instagram earlier in the games. Baumgartner is as talkative about the rings as any American athlete. Most said they don't wear them all the time, if at all. 3-time Olympic hockey player Casey Bellamy said she couldn't even remember where she'd put hers, somewhere safe near her 2 silver medals, she thought. Speed skater Brian Hansen said he only wears his rings once in a while. Willingness to show off their hardware varied, but the overarching sentiment was gratitude. Athletes receive the rings before the games end. In Rio, they got them at an end-of-game ceremony tied to Team USA's own award presentations. The team likely will hand out the rings at a similar ceremony this year. Baumgartner will get to his back, why refurbished, ready for another 4 years of pouring concrete. The coolest part about that is sharing that with other people, said Baumgartner, who does most of his work near his small hometown in Michigan, where people always seem to notice the ring. If you don't think you can do anything from where you're from, you got to be kidding me, he said. You can do anything you want to do, The Washington Post.